Hello and welcome, I'm Thomas, and today I will be comparing the Razer Viper Ultimate Mercury Edition to the original Black Edition that I bought when it first released. Razer has claimed there are some improvements with their newest batches of the Razer Viper Ultimate, so let's see what those improvements are and if we can notice them. The first video focused strictly on the clicks, whereas this video will cover any of the other differences that I noticed. Check the description for any frequently asked questions, so without further ado, let's dive in. As mentioned in the first video, the Viper 2.0 left/right click has a shorter pre/post travel along with a tighter feeling from the spring back force while requiring the same amount of actuation force, making the click feel a lot crisper. It is also about twice as loud acoustically, which further reinforces this crisp feeling. I haven't developed any issues with them yet, but my previous version took 7 months to develop, and even then it is still very mild, so too early to call. But it does appear that the tighter tolerances for pre/post travel and the stronger spring back force are confirmed. Now we just need more time to see if a defect occurs. Up next is a scroll wheel. I think this probably has more to do with the variance between the mice and less to do with the actual change, but the scroll wheel I have on my white version is very similar to my G Pro wireless, meaning it is quiet and smoother feeling, but it still requires the same amount of force with the same defined steps as my Black Viper, which is a lot more louder and less smooth. My middle mouse click is the same. Moving on to the side buttons, which is probably the second biggest complaint. People reported that they felt recessed, hard to reach, and mushy. With the Viper 2.0, they feel like they stick out further, are easier to feel, and feel crisper to press, meaning that when I move my thumb up with the Viper 1.0, it feels like I'm moving over a flat surface and have a hard time differentiating between what is the grippy side and what is the side button. With the Viper 2.0, when I am moving up the side of the mouse, I feel a slight hump along with a difference in grip, which notifies me that I am on the side button. It also appears that they increase the spring back force of this guy as it feels dramatically less mushy and a lot crispier. Overall travel appears to be less as well, as when I try to roll my thumb to press the button, it feels like it needs to move ages on the Viper 1.0, where on the Viper 2.0, I don't have to roll nearly as far, which makes it a lot easier to do. I'm unsure if this is due to variance, placebo, it being new, or if it is an actual difference. So also take this one with a bit of salt as well, but the side clicks feel a lot nicer on the Viper 2.0. This has been a main complaint, so them improving it would not be outside the realm of possibility. Next is the color and feel, as another main complaint is that the texture and overall feel of the Razer Viper Ultimate was cheap. The Razer Viper Ultimate Black comes in, well, black, while the Mercury White comes in gray/white, kind of like Gandalf, and the Quartz is pink. The Mercury and Quartz edition are 4 grams heavier, weighing in at 78 grams compared to 74 grams for the black version, as they added paint and UV coating to it. I personally find it hard to believe that 4 grams comes from the paint, as usually this only adds 1 gram. With this increased paint, the mouse feels more textured, robust, and less slick, making it feel more high quality. You can really tell the difference in paint when looking at the wireless dongle port, as on the black version it is nearly see-through, where it isn't with the white version. It does not appear that the black version has an improved paint job, as on Razer.com they mentioned the 4 gram increase in weight for both the Quartz and Mercury, but not the original black, but I could be wrong. The next part is the Razer logo. On the Viper 1.0, the logo does not have a defined black outline and blends into the mouse when the lighting is off. On the white version, it has a black outline, which prevents it from disappearing into the mouse when the lighting is off. In my opinion, this makes the RGB look a lot more crisp, sharp, and defined. I've not found a difference in brightness or battery life. Next, the PTF feet are now gray instead of white. I'm a bit confused on this one, as according to my knowledge, and I could be completely wrong here, so if you're a PTF expert, let me know in the comment section below, but 100 PTFE is usually a white color. Once you add any type of dye, in this case gray, it is no longer 100% PTFE. And I think that white would have looked just fine on this mouse, but alas, they changed it to gray, I guess, to change. Yeah, I don't know. But the good news is that it doesn't affect the slickness of the feet. If anything, the gray ones appear to glide easier than my original ones. Not that the difference between 99% and 100% is going to be noticeable, I just found it to be an interesting change that probably wasn't needed. The power on/off switch almost appear to be the same. However, with that said, I can see the red and green a lot more on the white version. I can't tell if this is due to it having more contrast or if the dot is smaller. It also appears to require a bit more force worse when I turn it on with a louder click, but that could be due to it being newer. The default color for the lighting is green on the white version, and it cycles through colors on the black one. Unknown for Quartz, as I don't own it, thanks to Ken Strike for bringing this to my attention. The rubber sides are exactly the same. The top mouse has less gloss near the clicks and in the center near the scroll wheel. On the bottom of the device it is the same except for the white version having more writing, being made in China compared to Taiwan, and having a different part number. Otherwise, I didn't notice any differences. I did not notice any material changes between the two, but as I mentioned before, it weighs 4 grams more. This could be from slightly different material, heavier springs, and or the added paint and UV coating. The latter two would probably be my guess. It could also be from something else that I'm just completely unaware of. So moving on to the conclusion, so the changes from the Viper 1.0 and the Viper 2.0 are minimal outside of the color change. Clicks are improved with shorter pre/post travel, and a stronger back spring makes the overall click feel more snappy and crisp, but time will tell if these will still develop abnormalities or not. The scroll wheel feels improved on my model along with the side buttons, but I think that is more due to the variance between devices over an actual improvement. The overall quality of the device feels a bit more premium due to the added paint and texture, but otherwise everything else is relatively the same. If you have any other questions, let me know in the comment section below. Amazon associate links are in the description for this mouse and any of the other peripherals that I use. If the colors release on Amazon, I will also add those. If you liked this video, leave a like. If you didn't like this video, leave a dislike. And of course, if you've been following my content for a while or are interested in more content like this, hit that subscribe button and turn on bell notifications so you know when I upload a new video. I will see you and your beautiful face on the next one. God bless and peace out.